No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Continuing coverage of our Link to the Past Crossworld Keysanity Randomizer Tournament. We have our final match of our Losers Bracket finals here today. Goomba 90 versus Dracarys. Joined on commentary by Jinxie Girl, Lin, and Alazoon. Three of you. It's all yours. Take it away.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. This is the second to last series that we're going to see in this tournament. The winner of this is going to move on to face Korek in the grand finals, which will be a best of 5 that Korek starts with a 1-game advantage as the winner bracket champion. We've seen 2 pretty solid races from them so far. Dracarys won the first one, Goomba won the second one. Yeah.
I mean, those two players, they really know each other. Especially, they really know each other's play style. For someone who actually knows Goomba a lot from playing with him, I know he adapts a lot when he plays against Drac, like Skullwood's plays or anything. Like, it's always a high praise when those two races are racing him.
Yeah, I would say we'll probably see a lot of very, very similar routing at the start, but I expect both runners to actually sort of adjust themselves based on what they expect the other player to do. As we're going to see sort of the vaguely traditional, for these two at least, opening route of fake flippering and swimming to Witch Hut. Not really a fake flipper you spend a lot of time practicing if you're not playing cross skis.
I mean, it's still very efficient in normal modes. Okay.
Hey, Lynn, you rolled the seed, right?
I did.
You made sure it was a entrance shuffle?
Yes. It says, I even have it. It says crossed.
Moment of truth coming here. Okay, fine. You're off the hook.
I don't think I've ever had a vanilla potion jump.
I've had some really dumb vanillas.
To be honest, I was scared for a sec as well. I was like, did I actually roll properly?
I think we were all kind of like just waiting to see someone go into another entrance, like, uh-oh.
I was pretty sure he had rolled it properly, but I still wanted to plant the seeds of doubt in his head.
I was actually doubting a lot. Not gonna lie.
Well, both our runners are now rich, as Drac is going to save and quit out and pick up his Quake from Houlihan, but Goomba is likely going to buy bombs, actually. Interesting. I would have expected him to make the Hyrule Castle play.
He's doing that opener right now, like killing a few enemies so you can have another triple, I guess.
Ooh, Eastern hanging out over by the Sanctuary entrance that we conveniently get in Kakariko Village.
That's actually very nice for Goomba to find bombs here, just after Holy Hanning. Or Eastern, like if it's right next to Sang, I can just totally see those two players not going right now.
Yeah, that's one of those dungeons that I would not be surprised to see both people put off until they have Bow and Big Key, or just until they have nowhere else to go. And watch Drac rush it just to spite me.
Nice bomb shots, I guess.
Yeah, both runners here getting bombed. Nice and friendly.
Not having to struggle finding some. Always good. Ooh.
Ricaric, I'm gonna guess Dracarys is gonna get the first key item as he finds the ice rod literally right now. I'm really good at prognosticating, what can I say? What'd you do, Cubs?
Oh. Sastrala. So Swamp Palace is Green Pendant. Ew. A lot of love in South's Closet, unfortunately. Like,
I feel like when you find him super early, he's never useful.
Yeah, not... I mean, even so, getting like a 3-item cave out of the way is a pretty high value find in the game. Since I think really what you're looking for, like Paradox Cave is the big prize, and any of the 3 5-item caves are also pretty nice consolation prizes as well. But you're never going to get upset at a 3-item cave.
Connectors in CAG on that bad right now since you have that sink in CAG.
Also, I'm excited for the Swamp Palace pendant.
Speaking of
Since
5-item caves.
After the council put down their decision on glitches, Goomba's been practicing his hovering a little bit. And it's very erratic, but he has done it. And erratic maybe being generous.
Oh, that's the other rod. Oh,
Fire rod in a bottle, not terrible.
Nah. Definitely exceeds expectations, mini Moldarm Cave for me.
but not like
or copying.
Sure, you have weapons, but like at this point in the game, you're looking for your Dark World stuff, like a Moon Pearl, a mirror, a glove.
Yeah, you're looking for stuff that will make your route more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Rod is nice to have for sure as a weapon, but
gonna swing around and grab that full magic refill.
You gotta want things that will make your routing more efficient. Oh.
Ooh, big key over on the race game.
Being a bottle can also be kind of useful in a couple of very niche scenarios.
I mean, they have a similar routing right now. Like they found weapons in GAG. They actually only cleared half of GAG because, like, after finishing the north part, you kind of want the glove. Try to get the glove before going there. So I can get why they're doing like Hyrule Castle for Jack. I totally can see Goomba following him, and we found Ganon as well.
Yeah, definitely. And in particular, I think that placement of Sanctuary is one that really lends itself naturally to doing the split CAC route where you do south and north in 2 trips. As Drac is going to find a terrible connector and follow.
I mean, you're ending your route anyway.
I know. He was at the end of those routes. There's not like anything to do. Ganon is not vanilla unless you usually play Ganon in the Hyrule Castle drop-down. Although I will note that this is one of those rare scenarios where, depending on the way the items are laid out, the front of Hyrule Castle is not actually in logic. Not yet, of course, but depending on the item. Since if you kill Aghanim, you could get locked out from there. Needing either a Master Sword to take Ganon to Phase 4 or Mimic Cave. Not Mimic Cave, what am I saying? A mirror to mirror from where Aga takes you. But now it's probably going to turn around and check that connector. And get the news that walk to desert, I guess.
I
assume
see
he'll
them finishing. Oh, Drake is definitely going to the eastern area. I don't know about Goomba.
So I think Eastern is probably the highest. So either trying to finish CAC or going Eastern are probably the highest density plays right now. I might also expect Goomba to come out and check the desert item, which Drac didn't do. As we'll see what the refill is, and it's a full magic refill. Given that you're running around with magic weapons and nothing else, not terrible. No, Goomba's going to check the item.
Nope.
Well, he's going to check Agina's cave. Let's see if he's going to check as well. Finds the ever lovely bottom of Spiral Cave.
Actually, checking the cave as well. That Drac didn't do. Oh.
Let's have a Spectacle Rock over in the eastern area.
That the best connector?
No, but it is varied. For cross keys, nothing effectively has changed.
That's
right.
Very good item to have
Basement of Hera is dead.
Her basement?
Especially with... so I think the most important things maybe to pay attention to, Cubs, is that we've seen we've gotten clarifications and our rulings on a couple new glitches. The most impactful one probably is a glitch called Hera Pot, which lets you skip the Tower of Hera big key if you have a hook shot. Oh yeah, and progressive bow is the other one. There's no longer separate items for the bow and silver arrows. As many people here will have watched lots of Ocarina of Time randomizer, given what ZSR tends to air. It works just like progressive bow there. I guess it works more like Wind Waker's progressive bow, where the first one gives you bow, the second gives you silver arrows. But yeah, most of the changes here were options on seed generation.
Not a whole lot in Thief Sound. I mean, Ice Pick is always good to have, and Small Kid's Pod, I guess.
Yeah, the Ice Big Key is nice to have just in case you get forced into Ice Palace. Find Meyer Shack here for Drac. And there's the big key of Ganon's Tower. So the climb will be in play once either runner has a bow. That is true, Febreze, but I do not believe that it is ever required in entrance still.
I've Sound and Goomba dropped in the dam entrance, so it's actually the way to that mountain.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It definitely sounded like our old man entrance there. Boy, Drac finds the back of Skullwoods. No sword yet, so he can't break that. Oh, curtain, but it'll be good.
Emerges out into a whole new world here in Death Mountain.
Oh,
finds the book.
Drac's going back to to Kakariko. Well, Goomba is giving us a peek at the mountain. Oh, Eastern, actually. I mean, that's what we were saying. Like, I know for a fact that Goomba despises Eastern.
Oh my god.
So Drac
so convenient.
Drac is just making the play of going to Eastern.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's just the runners know each other, and so Drac knows that Goomba is likely to avoid Eastern, and so is making the play to do something different for Goomba. But Goomba does find Swamp Palace not useful at all without the flippers, although he didn't check the hint, did he?
He did. It was a joke.
Okay. The joke. Love it. Great feature.
That mountain has nothing. Aside from Swamp. For now.
That's what happens when you don't have the stream open on your other monitor. You don't know when Cubs decides to add ifs to the stream. Oh, there it is. That's nice.
Eastern not delivering at all.
Yeah, both runners seem to be not having much luck. Oh, old man taken to the back.
Speaking of not delivering at all, that is not a happy place to get delivered. But at least you know it.
It's nice. I mean, it is not nice because they have a fire rod, but it is nice to know.
And Goomba instead is going to opt for the North Cac play. Walking right by that awful Eastern Palace. But yeah, Link, you can correct me, right? Advanced logic isn't in effect for cross keys in V31.
Sorry?
Advanced logic is not a thing for cross keys?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, so even though in V31 seeds the fire rod can be used as a light source in certain rooms, the back of Eastern Palace being one of them, it is not considered in logic in cross key.
I also believe it doesn't change that small key in Skull Woods either.
Yeah, that should be correct. That small key in Pinball Room should be forced to be there.
Some people do not know that entrance, but I can tell you that entrance is vanilla. Where Goomba just entered the chicken lady room house.
Proud of you for knowing that entrance, Lynn, because I don't.
Ooh,
Oh,
half
that's
magic
actually
on
very
a
nice.
thief.
That's,
That's
really,
really nice early on.
I'll say, given what they have, yeah, that's a nice find.
Oh, Drac diving into T-Rock here.
Yep.
When you
Gonna
have
do a
fire
little
rod, it's
bomb
kind of
jump.
fast. With fire rod, it's actually very good. I mean,
Yeah, this seems fine to me. You can do it. You can kill the pokey, get the magic refill on the other end of the pipe. Unlike Spike Cave, which is not a place that I would be rushing to go to. So I'll pick up the key here, use it right away, as Goomba continues to get richer.
oh, that's
A lot of dungeons we've found so far.
so compared to Eastern. If I say Goomba really hates Eastern, I would say he likes Meyer.
I think Meyer is his favorite dungeon.
I like Meyer a lot more in cross keys than I do in regular
In keys in
seeds.
general, Meyer is very good.
Oh, so but even in regular keys, Meyer gains a lot of value because it goes from 2 items to 8 items overall. Which I think percentage-wise is the biggest growth of any dungeon. Ice Palace goes 3 to 8. Pod goes 5 to 14. Yeah, nothing else is going to come close to Meyer just because there's so many small keys. I guess Skull Woods is also 8.
Advanced logic would be even. In advanced logic though.
Yeah.
But with regular logic, with that small key, it's just one less item. That's
A little
not
surprised we didn't see a pedestal check there from Goomba.
That's not a whole lot of items we've seen here. The thing is, with that old man saying, "Ooh, ew."
There is probably the worst feeling in cross keys.
Okay, I was about to say, with that at 7 quid old man, which is back to Skull Woods, if you have a mirror, you can check.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Also wanna
He's
be
Goomba may be waiting for that. That's easy enough to do. That's a super useful connector. Thank you, game. Twin
I'm gonna
brothers
make sure
are
I mark that one on down.
twin brothers are roughly as far apart in this game as they are in vanilla.
If you think about it, it's good because that's one entrance list you have to check. That's it. That's the only reason it's good.
Yeah, and it vaguely takes you in the direction you were already going.
I mean, they were able to check.
I suspect Goomba's going to make the Eastern play here.
Uncle's at the pyramid, right?
Which, unfortunately for him, we know is nothing. But yes, Uncle is under pyramid with 2 items there.
It's just a mind game between the two of them. I know that they don't like dipping into Eastern and they're just doing the play. That's the thing.
Yeah, but especially Goomba. Drac is willing to gamble a little bit more than Goomba is, I would say, whereas Goomba tends to make efficient full clearing his MO.
Yeah, and especially since we know Eastern Palace has nothing of value in it. That's going to make him even more salty about it.
It's just gonna even out, but well, Goomba already checked the mountain. Drake already been to the eastern area, so I guess the logical answer is actually
it's got to be the Ice Rod Cave area at this point.
I mean, we still haven't checked Light World Hype Cave and everything along.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking like Light World Hype Cave, Mini Molarm Cave down to Ice Rod Cave seems to be the areas flashing in red.
Because even though like Goomba went to the mountain, it's not even logic right now, and there was nothing on the mountain as well. I mean, that's the book, I guess, but I think you would prioritize getting back in logic for a little bit before following that book.
I mean, having these rods this early is really nice, but it doesn't unlock anything. The only thing it might unlock is the back of Skull Woods if you had the Moon Pearl, but we already know it's in the back of Skull Woods.
There's the thing.
That's a pretty good hint.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if Motula is in the light world, with the key logic that you'll require all 3 keys to get to Motula, knowing that there is one in the dark world. Motula cannot have the Moon Pearl, for example. You cannot have it.
Not with that attitude, you can't. So I would certainly expect Goomba to make the play to Eastern area after this, as we'll probably see Drac head southwards. The actual Eastern area, not Eastern Palace.
That's the thing, like, Drac didn't check what is the cave near desert we just saved down. Don't know if it's gonna go for it. I don't think so.
What is Goomba death warping for? Does he have a connector he wants to check somewhere?
I guess it's
Probably
going
wants to do
TR.
the TR dip.
Oh yeah, I guess that's possible. But obviously he's going to know that that's not logically required,
Pretty
or
sure it's
not
gonna
even
be
logically accessible.
what Drag did and clear those 2 chests. Well, Drag's gonna find the Old Man Cave.
Yeah, on the Ratchet Talks, this is not the fastest start I've ever seen. Relatively speaking, they've got some stuff that's going to make them feel good, like having the ice rod out of the way is always a good feeling moment.
The bottle is also nice to have early, in case you.
Yeah, it's always really nice to have a bottle if you happen to run into Sick Kid. Especially because he's one of those places in Dark World that can't have progression. Talking to him does not require the pearl. What is that Iridia bunny sprite?
I haven't played this before. I'm not gonna lie.
For shame.
I mean, it looks like our next piece of aggression is going to have to be in Mini Moldorm Cave or over in the Ice Rod Cave area.
Really looking like it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've exhausted everything else at this point.
Goomba with some not spooky fire rod action. Gonna grab the chest and probably save and quit out.
No, he might check. No, he's saving quit out. I mean, yeah, you have.
Oh, so he might check the connector. Is the other option, but that's an easy enough place to get back to, and it's not in logic that you're probably not going to be rushing to do it.
Actually, going south, getting the answer here for us. It still has the eastern area that it hasn't checked, but wait. Spec Rock was near the eastern area, right? So that actually could be a thing as well.
That I would say following that connector could also be required. I mean, it could be something stupid like following that connector, which will make you bunny walk to Sick Kid, which will have an item.
The number of times I had to bunny walk to Hype Cave to get the stupid pearl off the bat-like man is ridiculous.
I was gonna say one of the qualifier seeds we had for this tournament, we literally had. The only Dark World connector was up in Bumper Cave, and you had to walk down to Swamp Palace for Hype Cave to get your hookshot, so that you could go into Hookshot Cave, get a bottle, so you could bunny walk to Dark Lumberjack to Sick Kid for your Moon Pearl.
I did that qualifier. It was gross.
I was on a restream on that qualifier. It was not fun.
Oh, that's painful.
Especially because my opponent was a hoverer who just hovered his bottle. It was not great.
So Drap's gonna show us 2 more caves that Goomba didn't show us.
I've been forgetting to check these 2 caves lately in Cross Keys, so I'm glad that Drac is gonna show us.
I mean, they're really bad to check unless he gets spat out of Ganon's Tower, I guess.
Says Goomba's gonna get his GTB here.
Oh.
And Drac finds Blindsot, which is a little bit frustrating to find right there.
That's good knowledge, though. Goomba might actually, like, he didn't go up in Spec Rock. Well, Drac is actually doing some bunny stuff here.
I'll say, speaking of meta plays, Drac knows that Goomba has a fiery hatred for doing the front of Skullwoods without both the big key and the fire rod, or knowing what the back is.
I think we know right now that Skullwoods isn't even bullshitty. I would put it like this. But yeah, it's just right. After saving quit point, he might do it eventually.
I believe that is Dratini Relkin as the bunny sprite.
But yeah, that warping here means he's gonna check Spec Rock connector.
Yep. I mean, I'm not surprised. Goomba has a lot better picture than Drac does of the seed right now. So, knowing that he has a bottle and therefore at least 2 different NPCs are in play that you can get items from in the Dark World, knowing that so much of the world is dead right now, which Drac didn't know since he came to Eastern early.
I mean, his only other logical option being Iceford Cave area. You might want to check that first, I guess. Because you're gonna orphan one entrance over there. You might orphan more here, but it's a logic as well. So let's see.
Well, say this is the way that if you happen to pull a glove, at least you're not gonna get
not me more
hurt for it.
Might actually bomb jump as well.
I would expect him to certainly bomb jump and quickly pop back in if he can. I'll say Goomba now has a route to the Dark World, but it's not an in-logic one, and so probably not worth bunny walking around on. When this is actually probably...
It's actually a good one as well.
Yeah, it's a nice spot to get to.
I mean, it's not a nice connector, but that entrance...
It's a really nice spot to get to, but it is a bad connector.
I mean, Skullwoods is also one thing, the back of Skullwoods, but I guess back of Skullwoods is better than this one. Ew.
Oh my god.
I would say Goomba's gonna bunny walk here, I assume.
He's gonna
this is fully in logic, and there's not a lot more to do.
Darkroom Drag is a good check from here. Like you're just getting it out of the way when you get here, which is also a connector.
I would say the reason he might not do it is just because he can easily save and quit, but it does look like Ice Rod Cave is not the answer.
I mean, has to be. Nope.
Drac just went there, didn't he?
So what's the answer then?
I mean, the answer has to be bunny walking somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, so it looks like the required play is going to end up being the dip that Goomba made with the bunny walk, but I think he realized that he can make the play here easily enough, given the old man location.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they can make that play. It's way better than going through Spec Rock, I guess. Like going through Skullwoods. Yeah, able to exit Skullwoods. That's the thing. That's the most important part here.
This is a link to the past Crossworld Keysanity tournament.
Actually making the play. Huh. Or is it he's just getting the key in case he can defeat Moth? No, he's making the play. DB main entrance hasn't been checked. Drac will most likely check it since he's here.
Yeah, I would expect so.
It's not in logic though. Keep in mind it's not in logic. But that bunny walking shenanigans could just lead you to the lamp. That's the thing, which put that in logic.
Yep. We're gonna see Goomba here probably check as much of Skullwoods as he could.
Because it's only locked behind the lamp. That book is only locked behind the lamp.
Say, because honestly, any information, like if you find an item somewhere in here that gives a lot of information about where the Moon Pearl might be. So we're likely going to see Goomba pick up this chest, run down to Pinball, grab the key, and take the Wallmaster Express out.
Might saving quit out.
I can imagine.
Still
Gonna
has the
save
ice for the ice for the yeah. Jack's going for the connector right now,
Oh, yep. He does save and quit out.
and he has to. He will get to bumper. I mean, he will bomb jump. I can totally see him bomb jump. He's got a nope out, got a drop, and he's gonna see where he is. He has to go through.
Yeah, he still has a little bit more of this light world to explore before he commits to that bunny walk, so I don't blame him for doing the save and quit there, because he doesn't know what's over in the Ice Rod Cave entrance.
I mean, like, if you have the choice between bunny stuff and light world entrance checking, you will prioritize the light world checks without the pearl, for sure. Drag not even trying to bomb jump, he just dropped. He knows that's the answer, but not gonna be pleased. So there are a few things that you can find as a bunny, like you said, sick kid, high cave. Other things you can find are desert, which would be the worst one. So you have to go through that. In logic, go through desert. So you find the light world exit. So to put it in logic.
I would say Illis Pearl may not be in the Dark World, but the going through the Dark World in a bunny walk is going to be required to some degree here.
And the same things could be said with Hyrule Castle and Paradox Cave. Like walking through Paradox Cave so we can exit in the light world, so we can re-enter.
That is, in fact, one of the dumbest moon pearls I've ever seen. As Drac is going to find the other side of Spectacle Rock.
And the walks into those dungeons are actually in logic. Although, if you find Desert Palace, you just bunny reviving inside instead of walking to the other side because it's way faster.
Yes, fake flippering is allowed. Oh, I guess we also have the book that has not been checked, which obviously is not in logic, though.
Drag checked it. It's the tavern.
Okay. I would say it's also not in logic given the dark room required to get it.
We could also be required to bunny walk like all the way to Darkling's house to take a connector to get up to Death Mountain to find the Moon Pearl. Gross things like that happen all the time in Cross Keys.
This mode can, let's just say, do some dumb things sometimes.
Or send you to the pod area so you can check the pyramid. That's also a thing.
Goomba now gonna check the.
Oh!
I would say this could be it. If this one spits out in Light World, it's gonna look real promising for Paradox Cave. Say this could also spit out somewhere really, really dumb.
Oh.
Nope. And we're gonna see what's in Paradox Cave now. A reminder, once again, everybody, that video games are, in fact, fun. I might be lying.
So, Paradox Cave in logic, fully. We also have the mountain. The other side of the mountain.
Oh, we find that connector over in Thieves Town takes us over to
no.
Dark Link's house.
Well, that's a weaponless Thieves Town big key that may be required. But we'll see if the answer is in one of these other 5 chests.
Oh, okay, that's a weapon for blind, I guess.
Yep, that does put killing blind on the menu.
But it's not in logic. You need a small key to kill blind. But that chest in Zelda in blind cell.
I saw the small key and I'm like, maybe. Of course, it could be something dumb like the drop down Paradox Cave spot here.
So if I'm Drag, I'm going on the mountain here.
I'm actually not. I'm dropping down and checking the other exit out of Paradox Cave.
No. You cannot enter back. No.
I'm aware you can't enter back, but it could, for instance, drop you off on Desert Ledge to pick up that small key, which could be the Thieves' Town small key.
No, I think the mountain is a way better play here. Like more entrances.
So the only reason I would say otherwise in this case is simply because we're so starved for logically accessible things.
I mean, that isn't logic.
And, like, this is logically accessible, but that Thieves' Town big key is looming real large in my brain.
I think I actually think that the play here is to drop. Like, you're in the light world, so that makes it kind of better.
Yeah, I mean, that's super fair. I'm not going to pretend that play is without risk.
With Kane and Fire Rod, okay. Okay.
But only one small key.
You're totally checking.
Absolutely, you're checking.
At least up to Compass Room. You might not have the. Oh, they have a green goo, if I remember correctly.
I would say Drac has a green goo. I don't think Goomba did the reef.
I can see Drac going further here, just because of that green goo.
Why would you look forward to Samario Ice Armos when you could look forward to Boomerang Ice Armos? You guys need to recalibrate your senses of fun.
It's definitely more fun watching someone else do it than have to do it yourself.
The thing is, you also have that GTB key already. You might want to go deep in.
Ooh.
Well, that puts nothing in logic, except it puts nothing in logic right now, I believe.
The back of escape. That's it.
Yes, that's right. It does not put more GT in logic because you do not logically have another way to get to across the gaps.
Yeah, but
that's not to say he's not going to bomb jump Stelphos.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
I think it's time, Allison. To spam bees.
Oh, Goomba is going through Hyrule Castle.
It has a small key. It's actually a good play, I would say. Like one of those exits.
It's time for our good friend the bee, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play. He just unfortunately doesn't have the weapons that Drac does. So this is going to be Bomb and Fire Rod.
One of those exits here in our castle might lead to the light wall, so that actually might be in logic as well.
Yep. I would say, it looks like this is not a room Drac is super experienced with, which I don't blame him. This room is terrible. I never, ever want to do this room.
Hookshot makes it better.
Hookshot makes it better. It's still a bad room. Invulnerability makes it okay. Yo, don't tell me what or what not to rub here, Febreze.
Where was that Hyrule Castle entrance, by the way?
It was in the Dark Snitch's house over in Darkhack. The opposite Snitch's house to Paradox.
Alright.
Oh. Alright, everybody. Oh, wait, no, he found a bow. Man, I was super excited to kick up a chair, kick up a leg rest for Boomerang. Everybody boo Dracarys for not doing Boomerang Ice Ramos anyway. No sense of sport.
I've almost done it because I forget I picked up the bow. But they have a very healthy seed so far. Both have a significant amount of life.
Well, I guess when you find literally no other progression, sometime you find some hearts.
I can see Drag checking. The Stalfos room here. Especially with that sword, you can actually easily spin buffer.
Yeah, the real question is, will he follow it up with the climb? Out of logic, can't do validation chest.
But those two chests in
But those two chests are a little...
in
Question.
the mini armor room, yeah, the two are in logic. And that's how bad this city is right now.
I mean, you say hell no, Illis. It might be required. Say, well, Goomba is deciding he doesn't need the hammer to do back of escape. He's got the power of friendship on his side.
When you have the small key.
The small key.
That's something that would not be in the back of his mind here when he's gonna get the hammer. Might even find a pearl here. That's the thing.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Oh,
given the placement of the hammer.
Three spots here. Cane and fire rod. That's really nice for Drake.
Yep, this is a nice find. Also a nice convenient full magic refill. And pretty easy places to death warp as well.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Goomba now knows that the hammer is going to lock every dark room.
I don't know, untrue. I have a feeling Goomba's going back to Paradox right now.
Yeah, he is.
So he's gonna go to Paradox. We'll see if he has the giant brain that I do, or if he has the sane brain that Lynn does. I'm gonna guess he probably has the sane brain, but
checking the other entrance in Village of Algos actually makes sense, since that's the only one you can check. The other ones are inaccessible for you right now, but you're not committing to going south after finding Hyrule Castle and Paradox for sure. Yeah, checking it actually got rewarded for checking the other one.
Yeah, he's got some helpful tools. As he's looking at that big key in Thieves' Town and remembering just how many times he's found that moon pearl and blind cell.
Oh, hello.
Third of the way to the well.
Oh, that hookshot's nice, fine.
Which puts the book back in logic. Because Goomba has the lamp that is in logic, so. And that's access to West Death Mountain.
Goomba here having a duel with the hardest Moldorm he's going to fight all game.
And now with the hookshot, Drake is back to Ganon Sour.
Yeah, with all that stuff, it becomes a very appealing play. I don't know about you, Lynn. I think, lost logic.
They are in logic.
Are they fully in logic? Okay.
Maybe not the whole Ganon's Tower. I would
say it's the key logic that's getting me, actually.
But I don't think they found, like, they might have... The small kid storm is not in logic, and that's it. Because I don't think... I mean, that bow is not in logic for drag, kinda, but the other one is, so... Let's put it like this.
That's almost upsetting, actually, for Goomba to get that hint.
I
Unlike Drac, he doesn't know that Blind's Hut is the other entrance there.
It's Uncle at the drop.
Wow, 2 swords in Ganon's tower.
I mean, it's you also have been given a pretty healthy amount of keys for Ganon's tower, as Drac is embarking on his own magical Death Warp adventure. And also because Drac knows Goomba won't.
That's the back of escape, I guess, for Drac.
Ladies and
Meyer
gentlemen,
also open. He's climbing.
This is the excellent gameplay that has kept people coming back to this game for years and years. That lovely Death Warp on Dracarys' side. As Goomba is now taking the most boring trip in the game.
I definitely don't blame Drac for making this play.
Same. Like,
It's
you have
just,
less insight than
I'm glad
Goomba,
it's
for
not me.
example.
I'm
Goomba-
super suspicious of Mini Moldorm Cave, and especially having a hookshot now, it feels a lot less terrible.
Mini Moldorm Cave? Like,
There
I
are
don't
still
think
keys
you
needed.
I don't think
but
you
he
have a
can
lot
full
of
clear
entrances
it.
left. If he doesn't die, I guess. He cannot even bomb jump here.
Here's a
Having
question.
Fire rod here will also help, but he cannot bomb jump here. If he gets a heart in
I'll say, if you
turn-
get a heart, do you go down and take the safety room? I probably do, given the cost of failure right now.
Yeah, you're going there. You're
Oh.
going. No.
Another change, by the way, that is in V31 that is probably a little less obvious is there's a change around price packs that I think does apply to cross keys,
It does.
which means that you're going to have a lot more clustered drops from the same types of enemies. As Goomba's going to find his hookshot before going to Ganon's tower. That's going to be a real nice thing once he finds that hammer in tile room.
I think Goomba's feeling the climb right now, and when he's gonna find all the goods, he's gonna be like, so I climb now. The thing is, yeah, Goomba has more insight than Drake, so I think he'll go for that climb. There's not much you have left after that if you're Goomba. You might have found all those items. I mean, that's Meyer.
They've already been to West Death Mountain, Ellis.
I think the only thing that actually open to them right now is Meyer.
They could go to the Tower of Hera entrance. They have not been there because they didn't have a mirror, but that would be brutal. And there is the small keyless Thieves Town play for the Moon Pearl that I promise you is just sitting there.
And going to Hera is actually one thing they can do, but you don't really want to do that. Just like you didn't have the hammer out there, so
You literally would have to go back to Paradox Cave and loop all the way around. It does not sound pleasant.
Don't forget, we do have that big key to Thieves Town as well.
Goomba's plans here are going to turn a big 180 as soon as that hammer happens.
you're definitely going to Meyer before you go to Thieves Town, though.
Oh, I would definitely think so. But again, cross keys, you never know.
Drake could be
I
blowing
personally
magic.
would probably go to Thieves Town before Meyer,
Nah.
but
Like, you have a fire source, like 6 checks in Meyer, 4 in logic against 1 in logic. I like, it's kind of a no-brainer for me.
see, Goomba's going to get to take the 12-heart Death Warp. As we continue to see some of this amazingly interactive gameplay that continues to bring gamers to Link to the Past over 30 years after its original release date. I don't know what year it is. 28, whatever.
This is also
Let's
going to
place
give
that-
Drac
no.
Uncle if he continues and takes that Agate 2, which I don't see him not doing it.
Oh, no, he's going to do Agate. You can't.
If he gets it right as well, if he doesn't get hit by the guards, he's gonna be able to open the chest.
That was a sneaky nice menu from Drac. It's a little hard to squeeze that hammer into menu hit before Moldorm goes vulnerable. Also, that was super close to a soft lock, and Drac's heart probably stopped at that moment.
I mean, you have bow and boomerang.
Yeah, but if he wasn't at the angle he could have hit it at. Saying, unless it's Uncle, the climb is not the answer. Although, honestly, for Drac, it might be better if the climb is the answer, just with something that doesn't lock very much.
I can see Goomba doing the climb, though.
Well, there's a map chest.
Because GT is actually, from their perspective, in a bad spot. Given that they don't have a Moonpearl, I mean.
Yeah,
not-
I mean, what's the
it's
best way
not
to get to
good, is
GT at this point? Sequence break through the old man cave and hookshot over?
But I still think it's got woods to Paradox.
Yeah, that's probably it. But it doesn't feel good.
No, Old Man is actually better. Old Man is actually better. So checking the item on the pyramid.
I mean, you're here, right?
Yeah, the bottle.
Boy. Bottle.
Not even bothering. So Drac is in super bunny states. If he doesn't get hit by the green god, he's gonna be able to check that item.
Where did Drac get his first sword?
There's two in
Genesawa.
GT.
Oh, he got it. Never mind. He got it from behind Isarmos.
Oh!
And now you're checking the top of the castle. Wow.
Well, that's horrid. Trying to see if I have another word for that, but I don't think I do.
That's cross keys.
Goomba.
He's gonna check it on his way up.
He's gonna check it. Okay. I
then
suspect
you thought-
Goomba's gonna climb here then.
That means it's not leaving. Yes, that's meaning.
I would
it's
say
not.
that is a pretty strong indication that Goomba is going to be climbing.
That's true. I rolled the seed. I actually rolled that one, and I'm actually proud of it. It's nice.
Nothing on top of Ganon's tower either. On
Mirror,
and the mirrors.
Even out of logic, it's like super good.
Yeah, mirror and cross keys just feel so good.
I guess Meyer is the logical play here. Yeah, he's
Does
originally
Goomba have areas he's checked that Drac hasn't?
No.
Okay, so Drac just has a nice solid GT climb lead right now. Oh, I guess he's checked escape, which I don't think Drac has done.
Yeah, Drac hasn't been through Escape or Hyrule Castle, which I'm sure he's gonna do right now with that key.
And it's a little surprising, and I have to say, it's got to be really, really relieving to get that Swamp Palace small key there, because otherwise it's that key on the torch and you have to come back if you need something in Swamp. But it could still be like Castle Tower key, for instance. Or Desert. Or, God forbid, the Eastern small key that got hacked into the game by Lynn when he was rolling the seed.
Dude, when I saw that potion shop, I almost got a heart attack, okay? Dalmar keys in logic. Yeah, you're going to Meyer. Wait. Where are you going? Going back for bunny stuff? Oh,
He's
pedestal
gonna check Ped.
Wow. A compass.
And
Now
Pet's
you can
dead.
find Aghanim.
Oh no, there go any hopes of having an interesting seed, right?
Sure, whatever. Oh, it's
I actually think the seed has been super interesting so far,
is
but
it GT compass in here? It was GT, right? Because there's no compass in the other ones. If it's a map, it says a tightly folded map here. But
yes, that would be CT compass.
there's no compass in CD.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. Then it's going to be a GT
Goomba,
compass.
you're really, really close. Okay. Having hard ones
Broken,
out
you
of-
can't tell me to
actually
stop spamming.
not. Ooh.
Oh, that's awful.
Let's see if he leaves.
Okay, he's
Okay,
not leaving.
well, it's a big time loss, but he's still making the right play.
Good for him, I guess, because that mirror is. We don't know if it's required yet, but it's still a very strong item to have in cross case.
Just saving them from death warping with 12 and 13 hearts alone is worth it.
Okay, so Hyrule Castle was full in logic. Interact showed it to us. Because it led to the island on Lake Hylia.
Even without the flippers?
Yep.
Interesting.
I mean, it's in logic because you can bunny walk there and exit here and enter back. Yeah, getting safeties. Can't blame him. It is in logic because you can walk in Hyrule Castle and exit here. That's why it's in logic.
Yeah, you can't reach it vanilla, but you can do the same trick.
Which means if they get mids, even without flippers, Ice Palace entrance is in logic. They are. It's not a glitch. You just walk through Hyrule Castle. It's entrance. I mean, it's an island in Lake Hylia, so it's an entrance. And Drag's gonna check that last entrance for us. That actually might be a thing as well.
Nice entrance. Does have that mirror.
Oh, so you're gonna be real happy to have that mirror. But yes, to restate, you are not required to do any of the weird bunny glitches around things like reviving and turning into Light World Link. But you absolutely can be required to walk around as a bunny and do stupid shenanigans.
So quick for the rock main. Actually,
But if you've never learned the bunny serve, it's a lot of fun.
Actually going to Hera and check Ether Tablet, which can't really blame him. You're here anyways. It's not in logic.
No.
That mirror is not in logic. But still.
He can check the tablet too.
Goomba's gonna be happy he didn't give up on the climb. I mean, the only answer would be...
He's not going to be happy until after he kills Agatu, though. He's probably feeling
that's
real bad right about now.
Oh, powder on the tablet there.
Could be required. I don't think we've had a magic bat hint yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen a hint, and Magic Badish just hanging out right in the Lost Woods.
Actually, staying in the light world here. I mean, you have two entrances at the bottom. Okay. Kingstone. still going for some Dark World stuff. We know Meyer is in logic, but Meyer is actually just a mirror away from.
So I suspect if we see a quadrant glitch, which I don't think we... Yeah, okay. We would probably see Goomba forfeit, honestly. I've seen it happen to Goomba multiple times. And so I know he is particularly sensitive to this lovely little issue.
He has mirror out. I think Drake is going to Meyer.
Makes sense at this point.
Nope.
I despawned the tower once, and that's one thing I'll never do again. It's like you do it once and you learn.
I would say I've managed to never do it because I learned the condition for it, and I'm so terrified of doing it.
It's the worst feeling in the world. When you go up those stairs and you still see the eyes along the wall, and you're like, oh no. But you can get the 2 chests in the next room. You just can't do anything else.
Looks like a haircut to me. Not doing the thing.
I mean, they literally could super out of logic Hera if they wanted to. They could super bunny in, die, Hera pot, and kill the boss.
Unless Herabiki's just sitting here in the race game. But they would still do it, right?
Well, yeah, I guess if Harabiki is here, or if Harabiki is here. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
It is just not in the place that we thought.
I guess we're doing Hera. Not in logic because you need the pearl, but we're doing Hera. We know what's in the basement. You're totally doing Hera here.
It's Hera pot time.
Not even doing it. Interesting. I mean, you're not going back here anytime soon, in my opinion. That actually might be the best spot to do it. So Goomba taking back his portal. Don't know what he wants to do from here. I think Goomba checked those entrances a bunny. We know that's gonna be nothing for Jay.
I believe he did, yes.
TR here. There's gonna be TR left here, if I remember correctly. Nope.
You do remember correctly.
So that pod area dip is not in logic right now, because we don't have access to the pod area in logic. Dropping from Ganon's tower after killing Agatu is not in logic to get here, even though you do drop from Ganon's tower to here.
Goomba finding the dam.
With the mirror, he's gonna be able to have it done. Not a bad thing. I can see Goomba. I see why he's going there. He's gonna kill Moth, I guess.
I mean, at this point, GFE, you've waited so long to do Thieves Town. You're probably waiting for the Thieves Town small key.
No, he's going. Drake's going.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. I forgot what
Thieves Town. No. I still think not clearing Meyer before going there could hurt Drake, especially when Meyer was literally on his way.
Yeah, although you at least have a weak signal for Thieves Town, whereas you don't really have any signal for Meyer.
Maybe it's only one check in logic for these down.
Yeah, like I said, a weak signal.
Only have 4 in Meyer. In logic. You have 2 small keys as well. That's
Which have very little to no logical relevance, but other
I know
than
3 is what you need for the left side, but still having 2 already, like might point that the third one is just hiding
yep, definitely
in the
possible.
dumb spot.
You don't say, game. Thank you.
Nice hint.
This game is super helpful today, I have to say. TT and Meyer do get you the big bomb, but we don't have the Meyer. Oh my goodness, there's the boots.
Wow.
Drac not even worried, that's not in logic.
Boots and a crystal. I'd say Goomba is will make some time that Drag has over him.
Yeah, I definitely think that kind of gives Goomba a little bit of that push he needed to kind of get back in the race.
Well, let's see if T-Town is actually the answer, or if it's gonna be Meyer, because it's only those 2 at this point.
If it's Thieves Town, I'm already prepping my least tolerable smug voice to say I told you so. And if it's not, I'm just going to argue that, we always knew it was never guaranteed to be there.
That is fair.
It's a win-win for me.
I agree.
Moment of truth coming here. It was never guaranteed to be there. It was a gamble.
Oh. As we funning.
Speaking of awful places in Cross Keys, welcome to the worst dungeon in the game.
At least boots make it kind of better, I would say.
Yeah, it gives you 2 items instead of 1.
But yeah, not a really good spot, like the Southwest Death Mountain Foothill Cave. Not really what you want to see.
No, I'm actually a little surprised to not have seen Goomba go to said Southwest Death Mountain Foothill Cave. Super useful, thank you, game.
Yes,
the boots do give us the small key in Ganon's Tower. That could just be the Thieves Town small key. Although I believe we're missing a Skullwood small key still to put the boots in logic.
Hey, Goomba's getting the key. Goomba's getting the key right now.
Yep. I want to see this be the castle tower.
So I guess the answer is Meyer.
I was hoping for Castle Tower just because in that case you get the well play. We could actually have a Moon Pearl well.
Okay, so we're 1 hour in, and we have someone that fully cleared GT right now. Okay. So Goomba has hookshot out. He's going to Meyer.
So he's probably going to make the Meyer into Thieves Town play here.
I expect to find a pearl here. Just sitting here.
I certainly expect something in here to lead to the pearl.
Nah, it's been a while already. I think the pearl's just gonna be sitting here. But that's true. Drag has that.
I'm kind of feeling that Castle Tower small key coming.
Skullwood Big has flutes.
That is
Not
a
helping, but
not good placement.
where did this? It's on the race game, so not a bad thing to have.
That is a
Oh wow.
vanilla, or
yeah.
that is
Close
a.
to.
I don't think I've ever found a dungeon big key in its own dungeon before, because I never remember not getting the pop-up.
The pop-up only they made it go away in V31.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm like, I
outbound.
could have sworn I've done it before. I'm pretty sure I've actually had a vanilla Eastern Palace big key and vanilla bow in the same seed.
If it wait for the big keys, I guess it's gone. For the small key, it's still here, unless it's like on the desert torch. If the desert small key is on the desert torch, it's not gonna tell you. Or Hera in the basement, for example. But yeah, that puts Vitreous in logic. Because you don't need small keys for Vitreous, you only need the big key. And we know that lamp is in logic because it's just in the back of Escape. That was hammerlocked. That was in GT, fully accessible. Yeah, Drag's going as well. Mordor on Vicious doesn't sound bad to me.
Certainly seems in play here.
Oh, there it is.
I actually suspect the Moon Pearl is just going to be in a chest here in Mire, though.
It is here. All right.
Wow, I'm so good at pastnosticating.
Silver's gonna be easy to kill Vitreous right now. It's the crystal, so hey.
So that's going to feel real good.
So Hooklet was on the mountain to access Mire, so you can get a Moon Pearl. That was the logic. That's right, Jiffy. Skullwoods is just a flute away for Drag, so he might get the boots very soon as well.
No, I'd say Drek still has a little bit of an advantage here, but
Yeah, because it clears.
I mean, if you've played cross keys enough, you know that it's not routing the early game that wins you if you're finding that last item quickly.
That's when things are gonna be spicy. That's when the world opens up for both the players, and that's where the real divergences are gonna appear. Goomba's definitely getting that key on the race game, though. He's gonna get to Hera as well. Gonna be able to clear it, and we're gonna see Hera up, I guess, as well. Because it's faster than climbing the tower.
This is version 31, but advanced logic does not apply to cross keys in version 31. Semper Fire. Super intuitive, I know.
Oh.
Oh, I suspect I know where Goomba's going next.
I would put that out for a bit.
I mean, it's like right here.
I mean, you have boots, so I guess it's not a bad play.
Oh, I mean, he may just be saving and quitting.
Think we're gonna see a bad check for Goomba. No, Sanctuary. He's going to Eastern.
But yes, entrance randomizer is in fact a separate code base.
You can see that in the hints.
Or at least the way the logic works.
Yeah, you can see in the hint system as well. It's very different from the hint system we have in standard.
I suspect this is the Link Between Worlds MSU pack that was used. I'll say that, at least in my experience, cross keys or entrance and keys balance each other out very well.
Oh. That's an item. That is a really important item, especially when you know Goomba already pulled it down.
Okay, my name isn't I was wrong, Cubs. What the heck? Or are we just memeing on Cubs for the time he rated the wrong Allison on ZSR?
It's literally been that way for 20 minutes and you haven't noticed.
Yeah, that's because I'm not watching the stream. I'm watching the broadcast review. I have to be watching my Arizona Cardinals be terrible in the other view. Goomba takes an overwhelming 3 crystal to 1 lead that I'm sure will last for more than and it's gone.
Jinxie Girl will be back shortly. Her power went out. She's just trying to get everything back together.
But we're here.
Apparently we're rejoined by Aladdin Zune at the moment. So, I don't know what happened to Alazune.
I really hate that you're forcing me to bring up the stream. This is very upsetting.
Now, this one was not me. You can guess who this one was.
I'm gonna guess it might be Tresco.
Gee, that's probably a good guess.
I think we all know who we can blame for this.
Lin for rolling the seed?
I mean, it's not bad. I
This
think
seed's not
it's a
that
good
bad.
seed one for
I think
now.
the seed's been actually pretty interesting.
Sure, the early game was a bit slow, but right now it's very interesting.
Sorry about that. I blew a breaker.
Welcome back!
Thanks.
Come on. Oh
You
yeah,
enjoyed
this
your
looks okay
breaker?
here. He's gonna check it. Makes sense.
That was actually rude. I'm just disappointed in Goomba. He promised us that he would be trying to hover Hookshot Cave, even if he had a hookshot. Well, that's a Desert Palace supply kit there.
Definitely. We haven't found the bag of desert yet, though.
Nope.
But
But
it's
that
not-
does at least put 3 items in play.
He's not going to bot. He's not even going to Catfish. He's heading to get where the big keys are, I guess, and he's probably gonna clear her on his way since he's gonna find.
Yeah, I can't imagine not clearing Hera given that we know.
I mean, he'll find Hera. He knows there's a big key in the race game. He's gonna get it before anything, right? Because like you're not skipping that big shot. If it's the Hera big key in the race game in your mind, you're just like, no, I can't really skip it. But he's gonna get the Hera big key anyways. That's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I assume that's likely what's going to happen here, as the boots are now in logic. The boots are sitting on Mothula. And the deeper the sequence goes for Drac, the longer Goomba's going to get the advantage for having boots
Yeah,
here.
like JP pointed out earlier, Drake has flute, and Skullwoods is just flute 5 spot. He can clear it, so there's no reason not to, I guess.
I agree. My personal favorite entrance to find is the first entrance in the game. And a pretty whatever after that.
Oh, we know it's
That's-
nothing, so
Oh, so we know that's just a tightly folded map resting there.
He did activate the flute before going to Eastern. Oh.
That's worth the
Okay.
investment. And if he really wants his money back, he can always go turn in Purple Chest.
No.
As Drac is going to pick up his boots here.
So that was a crystal, so you have that kit. What am I missing? Oh, TR, pod, and swamp for pendant. So crystal knowledge for Goomba. What do we need then? Nothing. We need
Nothing?
entrances. We need gloves, of course.
Yep, they need a glove for Ice Palace, and that is it.
Key-wise, we're good. What do you mean? How are we gonna clear?
I mean,
Ice
all they
Palace
have
without
to do is
glove?
flip around Ice Palace and
Goomba.
Swamp
Goomba,
Palace.
you have a key in the race game, Goomba.
He's just gonna orphan the chest. Hi, thank you, hint. Here it comes, folks. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is a little bit of a trip. He's gonna feel pretty dumb once he gets that hairpin key, though.
I mean, like, you know, there's a big Kinder Race game. There's no reason not to get it, right? Okay, nice.
So, welcome to the hottest, freshest new Link to the Past tech, Rory. Who I assume participates in Extra Life, which is a great organization.
It's definitely gonna feel dumb about that big chest, though.
Yep, I'm gonna maintain my position that Moldorm that Drac spent a minute death warping to is the hardest Moldorm he's gonna fight all scene. Phew, he says, at least it's not the Harabig key. That would make me feel foolish. Well, let's see what's at this entrance.
Oh, Smoky Pizza
Oh,
was on the
Slaughter
library.
Beats.
But perhaps feels a little silly now.
But Track's not gonna go back for it, so I guess we have a big chest for another big chest.
I don't think this is what was meant by key for key.
Yeah. It's even... Like... We'll see if Goomba gets to these before he gets to small key.
That was the library key, right?
He's going back. That walk of shame.
He just wants to show off Harapod again. What a good guy. So I thought everybody knew Goomba was French.
Oh, that's something Goomba hasn't checked actually. We found that other entrance though. It's double connected to the tier bridge. That's interesting. We haven't seen that one. That's true, Ellis. You haven't seen the bottom exit of Paradox.
I'm gonna feel really smug if the bottom exit of Paradox ends up being important. But first, we're gonna see the aptly named Southwest Death Mountain Foothills Cave.
I mean, you got the keys. There's no way you're not checking that. He's also gonna check the exits, I guess. I think Drake knew that it was that, but we may have forgotten.
So we're almost certainly going to need one glove. I think there's a... I mean, we're 100% certainly needing one glove. I think there's a good chance we're going to need two gloves as well.
I mean, we're still missing Back of Desert and Ice Palace. And we have access to a lot of entrances already, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't need that other glove.
Although,
Haven't
if
seen
we get something like the bottom of Paradox Cave going to Meyer or something like that...
Goomba's gonna be on the mountain right now. Wouldn't be surprised if you check that. Oh no, he cannot check the library, it's in the middle. Drop. God. And Drake's showing us Catfish. It's gonna be... Yeah, he got the flippers, so he's gonna be able to go to the shopping one, I guess, as well. Going to the pottery, yeah. I mean, that's Hookshot Cave in the desert pack here, so that we need.
So this is at least a place to find...
Did Drac go back and check Blind's Hut on Dark Death Mountain while my power was down?
I don't think he did he?
No, he didn't.
I was saying Goomba still has no idea, but he knows the other entrance on Death Mountain is dead. But I suspect we will see him make the play when he goes to check Tower of Hera.
He is going to do some.
If he ever goes to check Tower of Hera.
Unfortunately, Goomba doesn't have that small key, so he's not going to be able to check this chest either. Wonder if Drac will go back for it. Probably not.
It is one of those ones that tends to be a last location if
So Drake's gonna find it then. The thing Drake's gonna show is that Goomba didn't show us it's gonna be pod entrance. Yeah, we haven't found the back of it, and we haven't found ice pod as well. And pod, of course. It's a glove situation, actually. How many keys to DT do we have? 3.
We also have the 5-6 crystals now, so that would also be another check.
Have we found the bomb shop though?
Yes.
Yeah, we found
Okay.
it earlier.
I'll say pod is definitely looking alluring right now. For those of you who didn't watch the first 2 matchups, both of them were swung by the other runner missing the mirror in the back of pod. Obviously, the mirror won't be here in this race, but it would be amusing to have the 3rd race capstone with that as well.
It's totally gonna be a glove in pod, right?
You have to assume there's a glove pod at the point. The runners combined have probably done a solid, 120, 130 checks out of the 216 right now?
Good bit. There's only a couple item locations I don't have marked.
Oh,
out
there's
yet.
Ice Palace required. Actually surprised he's not going.
Doesn't have that glove yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, say, would
Let's
you
go.
go without the glove? I'd feel really nervous about that.
Yeah, but it's in this bad spot. Right.
I
yeah,
think
you
he's
still have a lot
remembering
to check.
blind set now.
You still have a lot to check. Like, Swamp is open right now.
I mean, if there is a accessible glove and ice palace, that is probably something that could easily decide this seed. That being said, I definitely understand Drac wanting to go to blind hut at this point. So this could very easily be a glove spot as well.
Or just a small key hovel.
I'll say only 1 spot left here, and it is nothing.
That is very disappointing. I thought for sure there was going to be something in there.
And that's the... No, Goomba still... Actually, he's ahead with Hera being completed for him.
I mean, he's ahead crystal-wise.
Yeah.
This is a really close race.
It is still a very close race.
I don't think there's anyone with a very clear, tangible advantage.
I think we're gonna see some skull with big chest, so that will give the flute to Goomba. It's gonna probably go to Village of Outcast to activate it. We haven't seen some entrances in Village of Outcast because we haven't been there since we got the pearl.
He might also go to Swamp Palace. Because Swamp Palace seems like a solid 9 Leon logic checks.
And you're looking for gloves anyways. Like, there's no way you're only going for entrances right now. You want that glove before, like, doing stuff, basically.
So I definitely knew this bomb jump before I ever played entrance, but man, that chest has to suck to get to if you don't know that bomb jump in cross key.
Yeah, you definitely, if you don't know that bomb jump in cross keys, you
just get to play Russian roulette with Skullwoods drop downs. So at this point, we are a glove and finding the back of Desert Palace from Go mode for Dracarys, and Goomba also needs to check the Palace of Darkness for Ice Palace.
Yes, checking to the entrance. Who would forget about it, right?
Hey, Illis, bullying people is not nice.
Would you go for left side though? Here, I guess Drac is going.
I'll say, have we seen the Hammerlocked entrance in Village of Outcasts? We
No,
haven't.
we haven't
right?
been there since we got the bro. I'm buffering right now. Check it. Okay.
Look, Mallow, what's important is that none of the commentators ever forgot to check the entrance at Thieves' Town. That's what's really important. Say Goomba probably desperately looking for Meyer.
I think
Say he
Drac
knows he's
showed
an
us
item
that.
go mode. Other than the glove, of course. And Goomba gonna pick up his powder and visit Blind's Hut here?
I'm not sure actually.
Say Ether could still be required.
Like he hasn't checked any of those entrances here. He might just want to go back after that. I'm actually surprised he didn't check the entrance.
Ether could be needed if the Misery Mire entrance is required.
No, he's going to Blind's Hut. I don't know if he was spat out here at any point. I mean, he knew that the item on the island is because of that connector, but like according to his tracker, he doesn't know what medallion is needed for TR, so I guess he hasn't checked that.
No, he hasn't checked it. I'm a little surprised he didn't check it as well.
Well, so far Swamp Palace having nothing. This could be interesting if Goomba decides not to do it and dips in Ice Palace hoping to find a glove.
Oh,
there's a glove. Never mind. I'm alive.
So that puts Drac in a really good position. He only has to need to find desert, but we're running really low on entrances right now. There's Dark Shopping Mall, all those glove entrances basically that we haven't checked now.
There's all the glove entrances, there's Dark Shopping Mall, there's also the entrance. Well, we could still be looking for a connector to Desert or Paradox Cave.
I think Goomba's going to check the last Paradox entrance? Or is he going for...
I mean, if that's actually somehow required, that's probably one Drax not coming back to for a long time. Desert Palace is not a cheerleader, Malachris.
But I guess you should try. I mean, he doesn't have that crystal knowledge right now, so he doesn't know. He does know that T-Rock is a pendant, though. But he doesn't know about Pod yet. A red shirt. Yeah, checking those entrances right now. If you're Goomba, kind of feels bad without the glove because you're going near catfish. You don't really want to orphan that one. I guess you have to.
I mean, on the plus side, orphaning catfish here feels a lot better than it does in most seeds. Given that what you're really looking for is the glove. So unless he has your mitts and Desert Palace or Ice Palace entrances mitts locked, probably feeling okay. Hopefully for him, he will turn and head to Ice Palace.
Yeah, he's probably going to the shopping mall.
No. He may end his tour at Ice Palace. But we will see if he chooses to go in. Since it is technically possible for the other glove to be...
Oh, Super Bunny.
Nothing there.
Nope.
As Drac is going to be doing his own Tower of Hera, as I suspect we're going to be welcoming people from ZSR2 in a little bit. Hello everybody from ZSR2, how was the squad tournament?
Well,
as we're going to see Drac go for the Hera pod here as well. Drac has a setup he's kind of developed that he likes.
It's a really easy setup. I actually checked it, and like you only have to mess with your X positioning, so that's what makes it.
Oh, so yeah, guys, we're getting extra for our money. You might have expected 2 Hera pots, but we're getting 3 in this race. For those of you who don't keep up to Link to the Past very much, welcome to the hottest, newest Link to the Past technology. Alright, I have a dumb question for people who know Link to the Past better than I do. If you were to Ganon pot... Oh, that's interesting.
That's the well. That's the well.
Yep.
Open for Goomba.
Sorry, if you were to Ganon pot, do you end up below the pyramid, or do you end up at Ganon? It's an interesting way to fight Moldorm from Drac. Fortunately, Moldorm is not weak to Quake. Drac manages to get the good... Sorry, go Jinxie.
I was going to say, I feel like Goomba's going to take that gamble on Aghanim versus Swamp Palace.
I suspect that is correct. And it may be the... Lost, what did you do? Like, yeah, it was a triple Way of the Hero Ganon's castle, but it was just 2 sets of light arrows and the gold gauntlets to get the light arrows. Oh, that's not nice. I saw the Zelda's Lullaby on all dungeons. I didn't see the other one. Cypher, the first... Yeah, Malachris is correct.
The first glove is in Swamp. And Goomba actually has access to that, but he decided not to go. Behind the well is... behind Lumberjack is the well, sorry. Thank you, Alison, for that nice... Oh, that is strong hint actually.
So Misery
Yep.
Mire is a connector. That
Are there any?
probably is the
Guaran-
paradox that we didn't see.
Could be paradox. Could
I'll
actually be
say,
paradox.
if that's the case, that could be really interesting and be required.
We haven't seen the front of Super Planet Cave as well. That could be a thing as well. I mean, that
Yep,
could be
that's
a
fair.
one-way connector.
I don't remember seeing Old Lady. We've seen the angry, irritated brothers, but
Although with Goomba checking the well right after this and getting that hint, I wouldn't be surprised if he went straight to that paradox connector to check it.
So Drax going straight to the dark shopping mall. We're gonna be able to see 2 more entrances. We might hit go mode though, 'cause Drax is actually looking for an entrance to be in go
didn't
mode.
Goomba check Dark Shopping Mall already?
Yeah, but
Did,
he, hasn't,
but not
he doesn't have
the
gloves.
rock block.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Yep, we absolutely need a glove, but if Goomba finds Desert first, he can take Glovis as go mode and rush straight through Ice Palette. Drax gonna delay the moment of truth here.
He doesn't know yet though, because I think he doesn't have the pod map. Don't know where that one was.
Oh, you're right. He does not know. Although I suspect if he finds Desert Palace, he will know very quickly.
Well, that's not a desert palace.
This is not a great Aghanim pattern. I would like a refund on my Aghanim.
Oh, back in
Uh-oh.
desert.
And that's go mode.
That's go mode for Drake. He doesn't know yet, but that's gonna be go mode for Drake.
He'll know in about a minute and a half.
Meanwhile, we're gonna see what the well has for us. Probably, I mean, if it's a glove, that might help Goomba, especially when desert is in the light world. But I don't see Goomba.
I don't think
going
it can
near
help him
Ice
enough at
Palace.
this point.
Yeah.
Well,
He has to go to pod entrance. I don't see Goomba going.
no,
near it.
I can't imagine him. And that's gonna feel pretty bad. As the mirror is finally in logic?
Yes.
Okay then. Was the mirror
That's
hard
correct.
required for anything in this seed?
Arabic key, forehead.
Not hard required though. Sequence breakable.
I'm not sure. Actually, might have been.
You lose the flute, but you don't need the flute. I don't think any dungeons were locked by the mirror. I think this is one of those races that could have been the jettest of jet seeds if you happen to just go to all the right places. As Goomba's now gonna go out Paradox Cave and not find what he's looking for at Misery Mire.
I just can't believe with everything we've checked, we're still on Master Sword and One Glove.
mean, I haven't found pod. I guess all the swords are in pod.
I see Incoherent has also read the book I published on how to play Rando.
It's a really good book. That's really nice. And
I mean, technically, no play is a bad play until it is, I guess.
It's very true. It's very true.
fortunately for runners, like they always say that when they race each other, like it end up in like a 20-minute difference. And
I mean, this might end at a 20-minute difference if Goomba even bothers finishing the seed. Alright, Goomba, just walk the bomb in at this point.
I don't think he will bother, to be honest. He has to go to swamp, and he has to find desert and ice palace.
Yeah.
That, well,
I mean,
Dragon is just...
Or he has to find a glove somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if this is Mimic Cave, but it's probably going to be Pot or something stupid. Or a Soothsayer.
He might go to pot from here, but no, not even. Bonk.
Bonk, bonk.
Goomba, you have like a portal, yeah, here.
Say, if I were Goomba and I had this situation, I might just drop down to Ganon and hope that V31 is bugged.
And
Hey, there's a
as well.
sword?
So he's heading
No.
towards...
Goomba's making the Ice Palace play, but it won't matter here. I'm a little surprised Goomba never went back to Swamp. But yeah, I suspect this one's probably going to end up being a forfeit. Goomba's end. Yeah, Goomba does have the other cane. Or sorry, Drek does have the other cane. He grabbed it from the Hera Big Chest about 10 minutes ago. Drac just doing 2 quick checks here in Ice Palace and leave it with a crystal. And a sword.
Why was Swamp again? It wasn't in a bad location, right?
Swamp
Death
was
Mountain.
in Desert Palace. Was on Death Mountain, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
have it marked
Top of
as
Death Mountain.
the left side of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, it is. I see it on Drag. Like, I'm actually surprised.
Oh my god!
No! Oh my goodness!
I mean, that's not gonna save him, but that's...
Oh
When
my
are-
goodness!
When I'm gonna tell Drag about it, it's got a lot.
Turns out Goomba was about 30 IQ points above us there, dodging Swamp Palace.
If he would have
Well,
went
see-
straight to Pot instead of Aghanim, he would have had this race.
So the thing is, Goomba might... The first place he checks might actually have been that place in...
Problem is, he won't. Because Drag's gonna be done by then. I think.
He might try, we'll see. We'll also see if he tries to go mode Ice Palace or not.
I totally would. You did a night for nothing. So you're looking for an entrance as well.
Drac might have a triple setup here. And he does.
No, he's full clearing Ice
Oh,
Palace.
he's gonna full clear. Drac will join us in a little bit. He's going to take his well-earned quick break after match.
I think Goomba noticed.
Goomba's going to dispatch Cold Cherry. I would say this could end up being a very, very close race if Goomba happens to go to the right entrance right away. Cypher, I'll be honest, I don't pay any attention to the credits.
Same. Aside from the pet, I guess, that's it.
Say, we'll have the Juggernaut versus the Cinderella story, as we have the number 1 seed versus the, I want to say, number 63 seed?
It was 63, yeah.
In the finals. Illis, I would say Goomba has a better average time, but head-to-head, they're pretty much a coin flip. Yes, correct, the real underdog story. So he may just be going to... I think he's making the right play. Nope. I think he might not have checked the swamp item yet.
Oh, God.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's doing the right play now. And yeah, I guess he's gonna finish.
So yeah, and it looks like he is going to finish.
But yeah, when he's gonna know that Drax Glove wasn't the Ice Palace one. This is not 20 minutes, but like...
No, this is gonna end up like the Aga climb. Honestly,
But-
either the Aga climb or the death in Gauntlet probably decided this race.
but the thing is, like, it's not even relevant to like kind of pinpoint Goomba's time here, because I think he made out a little bit by knowing Drake was done.
That is also fair. That being said, I think he might have just gone straight for glove entrances
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
at that
But, like,
point,
he
and
skipped
just
Chess
gone
and
for the
Ice.
fastest ones he could get to.
He skipped a few Chess and Ice Palace, so I guess that also makes a bit of them. Hello, Jack. GG.
Chi. Wow.
Hey,
what a
Drac.
speed.
Would it enlighten you to know that Goomba found a different glove than you did sitting in Ice Palace?
Oh, no, it was a glove in Ice Palace.
The very first
Oh.
chest.
Yeah, I saw Ice Palace and I was like, okay, I have found the dam, I have found the swamp small key. Nah, I'm going to get the swamp. The glove is in swamp. Let's do that instead. And then I go with the Ice Palace.
I was very surprised when Goomba didn't go to swamp at any point, and instead ended up checking entrances and found ice. And I'm like, well, he's gonna get stuck here, and then he pulled the glove from the first chest. As Goomba's gonna hit 7 crystals here and finish it off as well. And get a very nice close race between 2 of the top
Yeah.
seeds in the tournament here.
So it was a nice seed, right? I mean,
Yeah, apart from the late glove, this wasn't too bad. I'm not
Hey,
even
Drac,
sure about the mirror. Was it
I'll
even
say the mirror
required?
wasn't required, was it?
it was.
Yeah, I don't think I found anything that was locked behind it that was required at all. It was just convenience
say-
items like flute.
I would say 2
Yeah.
weeks ago it wouldn't have been a problem. 'cause
Sorry,
you couldn't have
logically it was required because of Harapot.
Oh yeah, true. There
But
was the big lock
non-logically,
behind
I
mirror.
think it was completely achievable to beat the seed without the mirror. So Goomba might have put it in an unreal time if he had just left after beating the gauntlet. Or dying in the gauntlet. But yeah, I think the Hera Big Key was the only thing locked by the mirror. And you at least managed to get the big key before you went into Hera. Goomba managed to show off Harapot twice in the span of about a minute and a half.
How did that happen? Did he find the big key right afterwards?
Yo! We're gonna see Goomba finish up here.
Yeah, I was
And we'll-
pretty sure that the pearl was in Mire for the longest time. I just didn't want to go because I knew there was a big key at the race game, and I wanted the Mire big key before going in there. And then the Mire big key was just in there anyway.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a rude Mire big key, although we did notice a V31 change. Where the Mire big key doesn't pop a text box if you find it in the dungeon anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that as well and was kind of surprised for the first second.
I was caught off guard. But yeah, we had a nice close race here that was... A lot of things could have swung this race in either direction. The Goomba's death in the gauntlet probably didn't cost him 6 minutes, but cost him, I'd say, probably in the realm of 4. Aga probably cost 6 minutes with the 18 kajillion blue balls he got there.
Yeah, I never found the second key, thank God.
Goomba found it right before you found Desert Palace. So we were... Hey, Goomba!
Well, so basically what happened there is I died in the gauntlet and slowly spiraled down into insanity.
Okay.
Would it help you to know that you and Drac found different gloves?
Where was the other one?
In the back of Swamp Palace.
Okay, yeah, see, I decided that Swamp Palace didn't exist. So, I wasn't going there. Because, like... Basically, I died in the gauntlet, so I was like, okay, I'm probably behind right now. Then I did pod area without the moon pearls, I couldn't check that entrance. I was like, okay, well, that's my last entrance, 100%. Which worked out well. And then I was basically down to that entrance, Swamp Palace, or killing Aga for the well, and it's like, well, I know which one Drac isn't going to do, so let's go with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a super defensible play by you at the time. Just ended up not being the right one. But I think on the whole, this ended up being a really, really high-quality race. You guys did... Oh, let's look at the interview screen. Oh, that's very nice, Trez.
Oh, wait, let me pull that up as well. Because I'm...
So we were debating this with Drac. Was the mirror actually needed in this seed? Not logically speaking?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was only for the Hera Big Key, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So this could have been an insanely fast seed if you had left Ganon's tower after dying.
Yeah,
Which would have been...
I thought about it, but it was between those two chests up there and Misery Mire for the Moon Pearl, basically.
Yeah.
And like GT would have been an absolute pain to come back to. So I
Yep.
bit the bullet.
Absolutely. I hadn't actually thought about it until Drac killed Lambo, which was his 6th crystal. And a small key dropped. And it was the 3rd, or it was the 4th Ganon's Tower key. And so that's when I realized the mirror was out of logic behind just about everything in this seed.
Yeah, you know what the best thing was?
So
the
deep.
4th GT key was in left side swamp, so the seed wanted you to go into GT with 3 keys to get the swamp small key. So you can go into Swamp Palace and get your 4th GT key so you can climb and get your mirror.
Sick.
You.
Fun game.
I think there may be worse things in the world than playing cross keys without being able to break logic, but I can't think of any.
But you mean my seed was nice, okay? It was a nice seed.
I thought your seed was very interesting.
I enjoyed this one. It was
Yeah,
fun.
same. I really like the seed.
Don't blame me, it was nice. I
Like,
think
the
early
Moon
game
Pearl
was
and
slow,
Gloves and Mirror were all buried pretty hard into the seed, but I thought it was a very interesting seed, logically speaking. And there was a lot of things like knowing that you can bunny walk through Paradox Cave, come out a Light World exit, come back in, ditto for Hyrule Castle, that were required here to know. I guess you really just had to walk out of Paradox Cave, though. You didn't even have to get the items in there other than Thieves Town.
I was actually debating going up to the pod entrance from Dark Shopping Mall when I went there without the glove.
I actually expected you to do that.
Think I would have probably won if I did that.
I suspect... Oh, yes, you would have easily won if you had done that. Because you wouldn't have climbed Aghanim.
Yeah. is 17 blue balls.
Yeah, that was roughly the count by my count. That was a pretty brutal Agathon fight to have not be required.
Shadows to Skullwoods. I like walking through Skullwoods. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, same. Skullwoods was awesome.
Yep. I don't know. On the whole, it was a fun seed. I'm pretty alright with how I played it. Like, I feel bad for the whole dying gauntlet thing. That was pretty bad.
I'll say Drac had about as scary of a gauntlet as you did. He went up,
and
he went up to it with one heart. So he literally couldn't bomb jump.
Got a hard drop from the stealth post, and then I went back to bomb jump to the safety room.
Which was the right play for him, but it was really, really scary at the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really regret any of my decisions. I think in the context of the situation I was in, I think they all made sense. Just didn't work out.
Okay. There's a key on the race game. Just get it before doing Hera, okay?
But
I enjoyed the double Hera pot. I don't know what you're talking about, Lynn.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say. At least check it.
Lynn was a little bit triggered by that.
But my Hera pot. I didn't want to do
Doesn't mean
extra
you
screen
can't-
transitions, man.
It doesn't mean you can't do it. It means you just can open the picture.
I didn't want to do extra screen transitions because I would have had to walk over, get the key, walk back, and I could just save and quit after dig game. It would have been great, but no. That wasn't even the Hera big key. That was the Skullwoods big key. Hera big key was like next door.
Yeah, we were like, okay, maybe this race game one's gonna be Hera, and then Drac walked into chess game and pulled the Hera big key. We're like, oh, that's interesting.
I'm really surprised Drag didn't go for Hera. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely expected it at that point.
I was just mostly looking for the pearl, so I was not gonna do Hera. When I got the Skullwoods big here, I decided to, well, okay, now we can do Skullwoods on the way, though. Then I finally just decided to grab my pearl from Meyer, which I know had to be there for the last, 30 minutes. I just didn't want to do it without the big key.
Nice big key.
Very nice big key. Lots of fun.
See, I went to mash away the text box, and there was no text box, and I was like, ow.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing to discover.
So, Drag, thought about going against Korak?
Well, will be a tough one, I guess, especially because Korak has a 1-game lead already, since he comes from the winner's bracket. But we'll see. I think everybody's beatable in this mode.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say I was super impressed with both of you this season. I thought it was great to see a match with both people throwing sub 2s out there. Especially with both them doing not hard required Ganon Tower climbs and similar things like that. So I'm super excited for the finals. I think
and trading Swamp Pals in Aga 1.
We went a little bit insane when you found that glove in Ice Palace. Because we're sitting like, oh no, Goomba's gonna get stuck here. And Drac had just go-moded Ice Palace, so we didn't actually know it was there. Except for the sword. Drac managed to pull the sword out of the one check he did in Ice Palace.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I figured at that point, especially after Aga and delivering the big bomb and all that garbage, if Swamp was the answer, I was completely boned. So.
Yep, that's definitely fair.
Wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's a fair play. Fair point. Fair play is something else entirely. Runners, Jinxie, Lynn, do you guys have any sort of final thoughts on the seed?
I'm a little sad the tournament is almost over, and I think it was a really great seed to watch the deciding match come down to. It's just sad, and I wish the best of luck to you, Drac, and GG's to Goomba. You guys did so amazing coming this far in the tournament. Cross Keys is certainly unforgiving, and you both
really have a lot of passion and talent to get as far as you have. So just thank you for sticking with it and putting on a great show for all of us.
Yeah, I just want to thank Cesar for putting on this tournament. It's been a lot of fun. And obviously I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't go the whole way, but it was a great series to go out on. And yeah, good luck, Drac.
I remember sort of starting this tournament, I think we expected maybe like 30 people to sign up. And we ended up with like, what, 100 something? Or very, very close to 100 something?
80 something, I think. I'm not sure.
I think it was 85 that actually qualified for...
I see 78, 79 advancing to brackets.
Okay.
I would say, oh, nope, there's 81. Yeah, and so, like, this has been a wild success for me, and I've been super happy with the quality of the matches that we've gotten and everything. So I'm going to be a little sad to see it go too. Though, I'm sure you all will enjoy doing 4 of 7 Open Ganon Tower in the fall tournament.
I won't. Trust me.
No comment from our runners, apparently.
Oh, I have plenty of comments, but I don't think anyone needs to hear them, so I'll keep them to myself.
Alright, Cubs, anything coming up on ZSR over the rest of the day?
Well, let me just, big GG and congratulations to Goomba, the 3rd place finish here in the tournament. Well done, sir. It's been a pleasure watching every match thus far. Drac, any thoughts about moving on to face Korek in the finals?
Well, it's my first tourney finals, so I'm already nervous, but we'll see. We'll see how I will do. It's gonna be a lot of fun for sure.
Alright, well, as Alazun referenced, we have one more match out here today. In fact, we're gonna cut here in just a moment for it. We have a Z2R tournament match coming up. I think it's Level Engine versus Zarnax, so I'm gonna probably go host Linkist here for a few minutes, and then at the top of the hour, we'll be back on here for that tournament. Say what?
Never mind.
Okay. Big thank you, big shout-outs to our 2 trackers today, Siberian and Febreze Ninja. Of course, the 2 runners, Drac and Goomba, as well as our commentators, Jinxie Girl, Lin, and I Was Wrong. Thank you very much for joining us today, I Was Wrong.
You're very welcome.
With that, gonna go ahead and get out of here for the moment, but again, be back here in about 10-15 minutes for that Zelda 2 match. So, from all of us, ZSR, thank you very much, and we'll see you here soon.